Alright, well, the timer is getting a lot closer than we thought, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Bleach Soul Reasonance, of course. I mean, we last really deep dived into it during March when I did get my hands on the closed beta, did videos on characters and whatnot, the game itself. Improvements needed to be made, obviously. Then after that, after the beta was done, the developers released a video kind of showing how the game has kind of been overhauled, right? The game looks a lot more better. Now, from then, we knew that there was another closed beta to come. Well, it's nearly here. It's nearly here. Now, with that, this is a W confirmation because pretty much after this last remaining closed beta that we have, at that point, then it's going to be full-on release time. It's going to be full-on release time. Now, again, for those that are asking about global is going to happen. I believe that the scheduling, by the looks of it, is going to be CN first and then global later. Again, we're just hoping that the global release isn't far off and they keep it to like at least, in my opinion, a release date of within 3 months of CN being released. That's what I would like to be hopeful of to say, but I'm hoping it's not a case of waiting a whole year or anything like that. So but I don't think that's going to be the case, so I'm hoping at least minimum or maximum, should I say, within 3 months of CN releasing, of course. So shout out to Kaku because my man is staying on top of it. Apparently the dates of the closed beta, which is kind of like well, it's more so of what they've got planned right now, which I'll show you guys in just a second. But apparently on the 26th of June, 1,000 places for the closed beta, and then there's going to be a second testing with 2,000 people starting July 10th. So basically, once we get past July, then it's going to be, right, when is release? Because we've done all the beta, we've given all the feedback to the developer, it's now on their end to give us the complete package of Bleach Soul Reasonance. So yeah, after July, boys, we're going to be cooking with gas with the release of Bleach Soul Reasonance. Of course, that's exciting, but with all of that, testing is going to be happening live. And if I hop over to this post right here, oh, I need to translate it, don't I? Okay, we'll do this. Boom. Okay, cool. So, long story short, there is going to be a pop-up shop in China, of course. I'll give you guys a closer look of the characters themselves in these unique, beautiful costumes. And within this pop-up shop, you know, there's going to be things where you can purchase. Pop-up shops typically are more to do with just kind of, you know, getting those quick sales in, right? That's kind of what it is. But the cool thing about this pop-up shop and what's going to be happening is people that attend can play the game, and they are going to be playing the more overhauled version of the game. So that's the key thing which I am wanting to see. I'm not even mad if I don't get into the final beta testing before release. I just kind of want to see where the game is at in terms of how it looks, how it runs, comparing it to what we've seen previously in the previous beta back in March, this March, should I say, this year March. I just kind of want to see how the game is looking now with all the changes that has been made. Here's a little bit of a closer look if you guys wanted to see. This was also a cool thing to see, and obviously something that I think they're going to capitalize on with the game itself when it comes to having alternative costumes for the characters. But I'm gonna be honest, boys, this is a money maker. I've said it plenty of times before, but in terms of costumes and, you know, an IP such as big as Bleach, this is definitely a big seller. So yeah, Aizen looking very, I'm not gonna lie, this Aizen costume right here does it for me. So does Grimjaw. I'm not gonna lie, this looks badass. So yeah, cool pop-up shop. And again, just giving you guys the date, so it starts on the 27th of June, the pop-up shop, convenient enough when the whole closed beta. So I think it's more to do with the testing that's going to be happening live. I want to say that's the correlation. But if there is open slots for anyone to play around the world, well, I say around the world, it's primarily China, but you guys know what I mean, then I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on that, of course. So that's just kind of a little bit of an update news on if you guys want to know what's going on. We're close. We are very close. These are the finalizing beta testing that they want to do to get that last bit of feedback before they fully release, of course. Also, I also wanted to show you guys this. I don't think the global one's been updated, but anyway, in terms of where the CN pre-registration is at right now, bro, they're at 7 mil. God damn. But yeah, pretty nice. I think it's fair to say that once the promotion starts for the release of the game, yeah, we're gonna we're going to be smashing easy 10 mil, so that's going to be a massive W. Happy days on that one. And then of course when it's Global's turn, I'm sure we're going to smash those goals. So just kind of want to keep you guys in the loop on that one. To anyone who is interested to try the CN version a little bit beforehand, before the global version gets its release confirmation and all that good stuff, once the promotion starts rolling off for that. But yeah, this was just a quick little video which kind of dumbs down the big live stream, or not the live stream, but the big video that they done, kind of showing you guys how the game has changed. So I'll just kind of replay it, but it has been completely overhauled, as you guys can see. And honestly, for me personally, it's more to do with the characters in terms of the gameplay style. Just to give you guys a little bit of perspective on where I'm at and with what I'm hoping for, is games such as like Bleach Soul Reasonance, in terms of having a character and their movesets and their gameplay and whatnot. One Piece Fighting Pass has just dropped a new Blackbeard, and he has 26 moves within his arsenal. Yeah, and to someone who does play Naruto Mobile, again, there's a lot of different combinations, far more than to what Bleach had to offer at the very beginning. So that's one of the things which I'm really hoping that they really touch up on. I know it's a lot on their plate, because they're then having to go back into the characters' moveset arsenal. Maybe at the very beginning they're just going to kind of keep it basic. That's what most developers do with these type of games, and then as the game goes on, yeah, it gets a little bit more in depth, and they can do more to do with applying more to the character's moveset, of course. So I think that might be the case. So to anyone who's hoping that there's more on the table for the character's moveset, just be aware that it might be a thing where they'll gradually apply more to the newer characters. But I will say, with obviously what they're showing us here, you know, it is a bit promising to see that yeah, the game does look a lot more better. But once again, once we get those videos coming out and people just trying out the game now, or should I say at the end of this month going into July, yeah, we'll get a much cleaner look on what has been done, what has been changed, and more importantly, see that new gameplay style on how the game is truly looking. So that is going to be exciting. But I just kind of wanted to make sure that you guys are all in the loop to all the Bleach homies out there. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, again, huge shout out to Kaku. My man has been keeping everyone up to date, so big loves to my boy Kaku. But either way, I am very excited. I am looking forward to the release of this game, and I cannot wait. If the final beta is going to be in July, if they give me a September release, Jesus Christ, I think that will be a blessing. If they give me this is 100% dropping before 2025 ends, by the way. Just want to keep that, you know, make sure everyone's aware of that. It's dropping this year, so yeah. Once we get that CM release, let's get on with that global announcement. So that's going to be a W. But either way, yeah. Last little bit of beta testing, boys, and then we are on that Bleach hype train. Let's freaking go.